Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's great to see you all. I hope I have some spelling champions with me tonight. Hope some of my students have joined. Um, uh, so if you can hear me, please just let's see. Hit the chat or just give me a reaction. Say yes, I can hear you. If you can't, let me know. All right, so we're ready to go. Okay, great. So no more big sound checks. Let's just get started. And tonight, our goal is to review the vocabulary section, okay? So we can just go right into it. I'm going to share my screen with you. And then what I want to do is really have a participatory meeting. So before we even begin, I'd like, hi everybody, I'd like you to download the following, okay, to expedite what we're trying to do here tonight. So let's download Quiz Express. This is the app. I want you to download Quiz Express, okay? You can download that on Android and on Apple. If you don't have a mobile device, you can use a computer or Chromebook and just go to buzzerpad.com. Okay, so buzzerpad.com and you should be fine there. All right, terrific. Okay, great. So download that. So when we run the quiz tonight and the format of it, you'll be ready. Okay, we wouldn't have to wait extra time. Awesome. So let's get started and let's see what this is all about. I'm going to share my screen with you now and go right into this section right here. Okay. So we're looking at, you should have the Welcome to Scholar Skills section here, okay? And I want to focus on this aspect. If you see my screen, you should see my screen. By the way, do me a favor, wait until the end of the presentation if you have any questions, because I probably will answer most of them within the time frame of the webinar, okay? So you want to wait until the end. If you do have a very important question about something technical, that's a little bit different. Otherwise, I would encourage you, so I put the app in the chat, okay? And the game pin you will get once we get started, okay? All right, so take a look. By the way, unfortunately, if you are back again from last week, this is really a repeat of that. We have a few different questions. Some of them are the same. So if you want to opt out and say, well, I've seen most of it, that's fine also. If you want to stay and get extra practice, you can. But we really have done a lot of this already. This webinar was really for students who did not get a chance to attend last week. There were some kids whose district competitions didn't finish, okay, until really the 30th. So this is really for them. However, I did add maybe 10, 15 different questions than last week, but you'll see some of the same things. So if you want to stay, that's fine. But if you say I've done this before and you want to opt out, that's no problem at all, okay? I don't want to keep you if you already have experienced this particular aspect of what we're doing. Having said that, let me go back to my screen, okay? And let's see now. So what are you seeing on my screen right now? You should be seeing the following. Good. All right, good. So now on my screen, let me just minimize the chat here. You should be seeing how to study vocabulary. If you see that, please just raise your give me a thumbs up to make sure that we're streaming properly. Great. And there are three things that are very important here. And one is that I want you to know the following. What does the word mean? Okay, that's very important. What does the word mean? How did the word get its meaning? And finally, how can I use the word or the parts of the word to decode other words, okay? So that's really the key. Those are the three things you really want to look at. What does the word mean? How did the word get its meaning? And how can I use parts of this word to decode other words? That's really the three-part rationale behind our vocabulary component to help students develop a very sharp analytical ability in this section. That's what we want to do. If you didn't get the information, you want to go to buzzerpad.com or you want to download the Quiz Express app, okay? So that's very important. That's really all I want to say about that. Now let's go to show you a few things. We'll do a new share. And let's take you to, let's see here. I'll take you over to Zoom. Okay. Give me a second. All right, if you're familiar with our, here we go. So share here. Okay. Now, each of you should have this already. Okay, and right now you should be looking at the list of 101 words, really the parts of those words. If you see that, give me a quick thumbs up so I make sure we're all sharing the same screen. Are we okay there? Great, perfect. So you'll see that the reason we took 101 words, just to give you an example of what we're trying to do, is a word, let's say a word like accelerate, comprises two important roots, ac and celer. And it's very difficult to ask kids just to memorize word parts. And if they do, they might do it for the short term. What I want this material to do is to really sink deeply into their consciousness. And we want to anchor those 35 or 37 most prolific word parts, Greek and Latin word parts, into their minds by giving them words that embody or illustrate those parts. So we're not really interested in whether your child knows what abduct means. They should know it. They should know the definition. What does the word mean? But what they really should know is, how does the word get its meaning? So the word abduct, which means to lead away, gets its meaning from ab, which means away, or duct, which means to lead. Okay? So when they see or hear those word parts, they would hear a chunk of spelling. They would know how to spell duct. They would know how to spell ab, and some of the rules that are involved in spelling those words. For example, duct is also D-U-C-E, or that's also part of how that word is translated into English words. But these are the most prolific word parts. They're responsible for probably about 70 to 80% of all English words that derive from Latin and Greek. So I wanted the B to be a real experience of learning for your children, not just memorization, but learning how to analyze words. And when you analyze words, you learn to spell them and you learn to remember them. And then you take that tool and you can analyze any word. Instead of just trying to memorize words, you can get to decode those words, both with their spelling, their phonetic sense, but also their morphological sense, or the meaning chunks. Morphology means chunks of meaning. So these word parts all are part of these 101 words that are easy to learn, but they anchor the word parts in your children's mind. So then they say, well, I know how to remember this word because it's there. Okay, terrific. So that's that. The list of 101 words is there also. So these are the actual words we used, because once again, they illustrate or embody the word parts we want them to remember. Okay. Eventually, you want your kids to be able to look at a word, know its definition, know its part of speech, okay, the various definitions, use it in a sentence, know its synonyms and antonyms, and know the words or words that come from that same prefix or that come from that same root. So derivatives of those words that share a common prefix, a common root, or a common suffix. If you can do this with words, you are a master of words. And then you'll be on your way to your Ivy League school or wherever you want to go, or whatever. But you have a great understanding of words, and that's really the key, okay? All right, well, what does this look like in an actual quiz or an actual test? You see what I want them to learn. How am I going to test that? So today, what I want to do is just give them a sense and give you a sense of what that's going to look like, the format, the content. These are not the exact words, or I should say the exact questions, but the formats are going to be the same. Some questions are going to be more difficult, but at least you'll get the formatting of them, okay? So having said that, let's go right into our studio. Okay. And we're going to start our quiz. Okay, so download your app, get ready. Okay, look at the PIN number, 74550. 74550. Okay, put that in the chat in case some of you miss it. Oops. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. It's not going to everybody. Hold on a second. That's the problem. 74550. Okay, Quiz Express. That's in the chat now, or go to buzzerpad.com. Let me share my screen with you. I don't think I'm sharing with you right now. That's the problem. Hold on a second. Okay, new share. There you go. Now do you see my screen? If you see it, just give me thumbs up. You see the actual quiz now? Yeah. Okay. So that's what it looked like. You see a picture. So when you come on Zoom that day in your school, you'll see this, and then you'll see. Let me turn this down just a bit. And then what you'll see is you'll see your PIN number and you'll log on. Okay. Teachers, if you're here tonight, you'll see the same thing. The PIN number on Zoom, and your teacher will be on Zoom, and she'll tell you your PIN number, or I'll put it, or I'll let them know. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So let's get started. Okay, you should have your PIN number now, and let's see what happens. Okay, so tap your red button and you should start. Yes, you should start piling on. Hopefully we have enough space for all of you tonight. Get a little nervous. Good. All right, looks like you're all in. Okay, anybody else? Okay, great. Terrific. All right, let's get started. Now, here's the thing, okay? You're going to have multiple choice questions. They're going to be faster than the other questions. Questions in which you have to type, you'll get more time to do that, okay? I think on this quiz set tonight, you'll see like a 20-second timer for those. Probably on the actual day of the exam, we'll make that like a 30-second timer, so you have more time to type those answers in. So we'll have multiple choice, but we'll also have sentence completions, word completions, word reordering, okay? So a lot of fun, if you think so. All right. Okay, let's get started. And by the way, when you get to the last question, you'll see that you have to order a word and create a sentence with that word. You can't drag or drop. You just have to tap the correct square, put them in the order by tapping the correct order on your computer or on your smart device, okay? So you're not allowed to drag and drop, but you just tap what should go first, second, or third in order to complete the word, or actually unscramble the word and create the sentence, all right? Okay, let's go. Just type the prefix in. Just the prefix, not the entire word. Again, just the root, not the entire word. Just type in the word part. Just type in the prefix. Again, just the prefix. Here, you have two parts. Place a comma between your answers. Place a comma between your answers. Just type in the one word part. The word was eupeptic, in case you can't remember. Eupeptic. Now type the entire word. Type the entire word. Place a comma between each word. Only type the prefix. All right, 3 more questions to go. Okay. Now you have to tap the correct order. You'll number them. Here's a clue. The first word is A. Okay, that's it. You did it. Okay, those are our winners. Now, very interesting, on test day, you must type in your full name. I know it says nickname, it's kind of funny, but you have to say, I don't know who LW is or KJ or who is Ben M777777, but on test day, you're gonna type in your full name, okay? What about your middle name? But you have to type in your full name. All right, awesome. So yeah, that's how it's gonna look, folks. Let's go over some of the questions and it'll give you some rationale, okay? Let me come back to that screen share, okay? 1 second. Let's come here now. Okay, I'm gonna share again. Okay, awesome. Okay, so now, these are just straight definitions, okay? So I don't have to go over these. And we're just testing just your knowledge of the words, okay? So that's easy. Circumspect, if you didn't get that right, which word means talking in circles, speaking in an indirect way. You guys know circum is your key, right? And it means around, and locution is a wonderful term. It means LOCU means to speak. Isn't that awesome? Okay, great. Bend around a curve, circumflex. Okay, you have around again, you have flex there. Okay, that's easy. Which word means longer than the most direct way? Circuitous. You're going around and around and around. All right, and you guys did really well in these, I think, because you were answering very quickly. Which word to sail around the world? Obviously, circumnavigate. Okay, there it is. Okay, now let's see. We did that. Okay, helpful. We have all the bennies here, but these are derivatives. These are words that can be associated with Benny. So you really want to know, when you look at your sheet, you want to be able to have a sense of all the other words that share that particular prefix, okay? And here we have beneficial. So give you an idea of how to study. And you have the good person, the benefactor, okay? Okay, I see little faces. You guys, you know, I'll tell you something. Spelling champions, I love you. I really do. I could spend a lot of time with you, but I'm not allowed to. All right, now, yes, what else do I have to tonight? No, I think that's it. I could just spend my entire evening with you. All right, that's it. All right, you guys are so funny. Here you go. So now, oh, by the way, come back here for a second. Did you notice that this is a noun? Benefactor. This, FAC, guys, this right here, that is such a powerful root in Latin, and it really means to make, if you would. So that's a powerful, you'll see, like manufacture and, or a manufacturer, that's a very powerful thing. But this here, this is OR, this is a noun. Here you have my AL, okay? My adjective. So pay attention to your suffixes, very important. Okay, good. Which word means to gain or receive something? And I'm the beneficiary of my mom's will, my dad's will, that's pretty cool. Okay, term refers to one religion. Okay. And of course you have mono, right, meaning one, and theism referring to God. To look, and if you had spect, you were correct, because if we inspect, that's pretty cool. It means to look. These others have no idea what's going on here, okay? It means to look. Hey, can anyone, you know what? I'm gonna open the chat right now. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna test you real fast. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, you look at that, okay? Somebody put spectate. I love that. I love that. Listen, here's my deal. Try to type in an answer to this question using these roots right here, spec, spe, or what, spy there, what I have there. Okay, yeah. Using any of those, because that's the same root meaning spelled differently in words. Here's what I want you to do. Finish this sentence for me. He wanted to go to the dance, but he stayed home because the bump on his nose was very blank. Begins with a C. And it has SPIC in it. Yes! Conspicuous. Who is that? Is that my friend from Hunter? Is that I love it. Conspicuous. Good. Yes, spyware. Good job, Rhea. You guys are awesome. Spectacular. Yes, come on, scholars. Let's nail this. I wanted this to be a teaching test for you. Everything is like, did you pass the test? Well, there is all that attached, but if you walked away from this knowing your roots and knowing your Latin and Greek roots so much better than you did before, I would be so happy for you, because do you know that nearly 79% of all English words derive from Latin and Greek word parts? And of those 79%, 57% of them derive from only 7 prefixes and roots. That's insane. You could decode 100,000 words in a collegiate dictionary just by knowing the 35 word parts that are embodied in these 101 words. You would be a walking lexicon. You open your mouth, people go, wow, that's awesome. That's what I want for you. So you're doing a great job. Here we go. My chat down here. Okay, which word part means stand, and you guys means to put a put a place. Okay, let me get rid of my chat. Okay, good. You've got that. Okay, wonderful. All right, and this obviously meant pawn or pose, right? Like if you compose yourself, you're putting yourself together in the right place, let's say. Okay, cool. All right, you guys are awesome. All right, let's go. This was like the easiest one, right? Everybody's like, oh, I could tell by how fast you were answering which were the easiest ones. Like, Telly, come on, are you kidding me? I learned this like 2nd grade. That's okay. All right, now, which word part means to build? Everybody says construct. I got this. Again, the word part built into the word. Very nicely done. Now we began to run some difficulty because I didn't want this to be a multiple guess test. I wanted the test to reward you for knowing these word parts cold, like you know your name. So we have to ask you things that require you to spell, to type, to express what you know without seeing several choices, okay? So please get ready for that. All right, how many of you had this correct? What was the answer? Type it in. I hope you're not using your worksheets, okay? Yes, I love it. Yes, Pathy. Okay, Pathy. Nicely done. Yes, Sebastian over there, Malcolm and Cecilia, let's see. I know Cecilia. I know that name. I know I spoke to that person today or yesterday. Yes. Oh, was it Bianco? I think so, right? Bianco. Okay, right. So yeah, Bianco, great job. So now you guys are seeing what's happening. So pathy is there. Empathic. Okay, all right. Pathetic. Let's go over here. Okay, and this you guys nailed. This was like, oh, please, come on. Are you serious? Okay, crassy. Now, here's the thing, okay? What was the word that meant rule by the few? Using crassy, because there are a couple words. Type it into the chat. Come on, spelling scholars. Pathetic. Thank you. Democracy, right, rule by the few. Well, you see, oligarchy does mean that, but it does, right, aristocracy. I was looking for that end with the crassy. The archy is also a rule, a root that means to rule, okay? So that's very powerful too. Great, all right, terrific. Please complete the word. Now, you have, you obviously, the answer is tract, but why? This is really important. The root tract means to be able to manage something, to move it around, to pull, to draw, by implication, to be able to manage something, to be able to arrange it as you would. So you're not only looking at the actual or denotation of what the root means, but what it implies. And that's why it's important to look at roots in their context. So I'm not asking you just to memorize words. Notice I'm giving you sentences. And everyone thought that the conflict in the Middle East was intractable. Why? They couldn't move it around. They couldn't do anything with it. They couldn't manage it. That's the power of tract. And wherever you see tract, it has that meaning. To draw, to pull, to manage. If something is contracted, it is drawn in. If I contract with you, we are drawing together, as we are pulling together. If I retract my comment, I'm trying to pull it back. The iPhones can do that now, I think. Pull back your text. All right, now, punishment should be, and what do we have here? Everybody knew this one, right? Put it in the chat, you know it. Yes, everybody, that was easy, right? Equivalent. And when it says complete the word, unless I tell you otherwise, just put in the word part, okay? There's some I will tell you, hey, type in the entire word, okay? But if not, just type in the word part. Complete the word. Close the window. Those fumes are what? Woo! How many of you had this one? It's my atrocious. Well, you know, that's interesting, but that's not one of our word parts. So it'd be nox, correct. Correct. NOx, noxious. Yes, good. And by the way, look, I'm not going to penalize you for typing in the word because we do go over these, but you want to just, if it says put in the prefix, just drop that in there. Nicely done, guys. You're awesome. Here we go. Spelling scholars, spelling champs. Complete the word. You need to slow down. Please, what? I know this. This is so easy. Type it into my chat. Yes. If you had, what was that word part? Yes, celer, which means to hasten, right? Finish your sentence for me. Please, let me put it in the chat. The boss said to his worker, please come, and I want any parents to answer this, except, ooh, parents, be careful. Please complete, your tasks. Please complete your tasks with blank. All right, now finish that sentence using the word part we just did in decelerate. Who knows that word? I got one answer. I love it. Ooh, is that my Hunter student, my student over there? Celerity. Yes, that's it. Celerity. Yes. Complete your task. And notice that the root celer means to hasten. So that's how word parts can help us to become word smart. Awesome. And if you don't know how to spell celerity, you already know. Ask for in a sentence. Hey, wait a minute. What does celerity mean? And if the pronouncer says celerity means to hasten, you know you've got C-E-L-E-R in that word. So word parts are not just for vocabulary. They are the keys to spelling without having to memorize 55 million words. There's no finer way to know how to spell than to recognize the roots and prefixes in words, because those are huge morphological or spelling chunks. They're chunks of meaning and chunks of spelling. If I seem fired up, it's because I am. All right, Bill wanted to move out of his mother's home. What did Bill want? A sense of what? Drop that answer in your chat for me. What did Bill want? Yes, he wanted autonomy. Otto, yes, you guys were good. That was good. You guys really nailed that one. I love it. Autonomy. Okay, nice. Okay, let's go to this one here. Right, this was easy, right? Benevolent uncle. I think you guys have the Bennies pretty. Yeah. That's three from the Bennies on the test, because you guys know Benny too well. All right, Isabel, can I get to the point? What was she practicing? Yes. Chat's blowing up. Yes, circum, she was talking around the subject. Parents, this is a good thing to tell your kids. Please don't practice circumlocution with me. Answer the question. Or teachers, you can tell your students that. All right, now complete the words. Bill could never be called. What do you have in the chat, guys, for this one? Anti, yes, and able. He was very sociable, very good. He wasn't antisocial, he was very sociable. Nice. That was a testing of your suffixes there. All right, this one was a little bit more difficult. Which word part conveys the meaning of the crowd or herd, completes the meaning here? What do you have in the chat? Yes. Greg or Greg, or really it's G-R-E-G. It doesn't really have a pronunciation by itself. But think of words that contain that, like congregation, right? Segregation, aggregation, or the aggregate. Again, that context of bringing people together, a crowd, if you would, a herd. Good. Eupeptic. Mother, this meal is eupeptic. Yes, easy to digest. Yes, not easy, that's right, correct. It was easy to digest. What a eupeptic meal. Now, what was the key word part that gave that word its sense of, yes, EU, that's right, which means good or well. You guys are killing this. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see. Let's get the answer. And that was EU, right? You would choose that part. Okay, good. 3 more left. Historians, blank, that many Southerners refused to blank defeat, even though General Lee had surrendered. And Malcolm, thanks for that. Euphoria is cool. And Jeffrey, absolutely. Yes, euphoria, absolutely powerful. So this was interesting, right? Yes, it will be concur and concede. Yeah, I'm sure that's what Malcolm meant, concur, right? So because to concur means to agree with. Very interestingly enough, the word concur, con means with, and cur. Now, cur is a very interesting root. It means to run, right? So in a very interesting way, if I agree with you, I'm what? I'm running with you. We're on the same page. Okay, we're running together. Isn't that awesome? So give me a word that means something plays over and over again, or this illness is over and over again, using cur. Recur, yes. It was a recurring problem. Inflation is a recurring problem in the nation. Nicely done, guys. You guys are wonderful. Awesome. Recur. Let me give you one more. How about this one? If you keep spending like that, you are going to blank severe penalties and debts. Using cur again. Yes, Eileen, is that really you doing that? That is not. Ooh, Eileen. Oh my gosh, I should give you a negative for that. That's great. Incur, right? You gotta love words. Incur, yes. And if 2 points meet, if we say the rivers met, or I could say, no, you'll know that one. I'm looking for the word concurrence, but let's think of something else. I'll come back to that. Okay, I don't want to lose too much time. But imagine how many words you can just figure out and decode by knowing these simple roots, right? Nice. Okay, supply the prefix. This was a bit of a challenge, but I think some of you nailed it almost immediately. No adults, please. Ah, yes, inter. And what was the key? What was the clue in the word? What was the one word in the sentence that gave you that clue? Inter. Type in the word. Not short. Between. Yes. Between. That was the master word, between. So I'll drop a quick. So here's my point, right? Intermezzo is not one of the 101 words. However, you should be able to decode that word, even though you may not have seen it, by understanding its context and the prefix that is based on that context. So if you know what inter means and you see this sentence, you should be able to say, you know what? I don't know, but intermezzo. Yeah, I see, because it's between the acts of a drama or opera. So please, I don't want to get emails saying, hey, wait a minute, intermezzo wasn't 101 words. What's wrong with you? Please don't do that, okay? Like how students tell teachers, that was not in the book. It's in there. Okay. I'm looking for derivatives. I'm looking for your ability to apply your knowledge to words that you might not have seen. Make sense? Okay. Ah, this one. Some of you thought about this one for a while. Then I saw the screen light up. Chat it in. Yes, calm. No, it's calm. Because, and again, Sebastian, I love it. Sebastian, yes, what was the key, Sebastian? What was the clue in that sentence? What was the clue? What was the key word? The word is commensurate, but what gave away the prefix? What word in the sentence gave away that the prefix had to be COM? Ah, yes, the word with. Now I know that's not Dean. I don't know who's your. I know that's not Dina. I'm not sure who the student is, but you're doing a great job. Keep it up. All right, with. You're all doing a fine job tonight. I love being with you guys. Some of the smartest kids in the city at work late at night. You gotta love it. All right, beautiful. All right, and they're back to your multiple choice, and this was like, whew, man, did this board light up? Sequence coming soon. Like how many sequels does Star Wars have, right? Or prequels or whatever it is. Okay. Stand, endure, persist. Hey, I'm going to give you a word here, okay? And I want you to nail it for me. Put in the chat, complete my sentence here, using this word part. Watch it. Here's my sentence. Make sure that breakfast is a blank meal because you will need it. No. Later in the day. No, use my word part. Substantial would work. Yes. But another word would work also. Not healthy. No, you have to use STAN, healthy. Healthy. Come on. Are you kidding me? I'm going to ask you to put a word healthy in there. Consistent. No, that's misspelled. I'm sorry. So don't please, that's all right. Sustaining would work. Okay. How about this? Oh my goodness. How about this? Substantive. No, get rid of consistent. You're using STA, which means to stamp, and that comes from the Greek. Look, the Greek word, hypostasis, for example, or think of that which stands under. That STA in the Greek is something that stands under, substantia, okay? Powerful. Get to know them. If I'm assisting you, I'm helping you to stand, okay? Even the word stand strong, S-T-A-N-D. All right. So that was that. And this last one was a killer, right? Let's see how you guys, oh, this wasn't a lesson. Oh, yes, it was. So, so what was the sentence? Who could type the sentence in for me? Type it in. Type in the whole sentence. A monotheistic, yeah. Once you got that, The rest was simple, right? A monotheistic religion has only one divine being. There you go. A monotheistic being religion has only, no, that's the last one. A monotheistic religion has only one divine. Somebody said begging. No, no. So that's why I didn't ask you to type out the whole sentence, because we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, great. So that was it. Those are the question types you should be familiar with. This is a real challenge. Okay, I may or may not put that in there. I'm not sure. That might be my wild card. So you've got your regular MCs. Okay, but what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. What does the word mean? How did the word get its meaning? And how can I use parts of this word to decode other words? So you have to know the meanings of your 101 words. That's easy. You already know those words. But please check your derivatives, okay? Now, let me share with you something else, just so you make sure, because I don't know if everybody has all these resources, okay? I get a little nervous sometimes, not sure what you have. So let me share, because everybody should have these. But look, you should have your list of 101 words, their parts. Oh, by the way, quickly, on let me see if are you seeing my screen with 101 words? I'm not sure if I hit new share. Are you seeing the screen? Yes, beautiful. Here, where it says lect, where am I? Oh, let's see, lect. Come up here. Yeah, lect. This is true for lect. This is but it's really a secondary meaning. I'd rather you have here also add this to lect. Lect means to gather and to choose, okay? So add that. Let me put in the chat. Lect means lect means gather or choose, okay? It's speaking out in a different way, but lect, this is the primary meaning. Lect means gather or choose, okay? Now, in its etymology, it does mean speaking, like picking out words, but this is really how it's known. So I wanted you to get that, okay? See, that's what I'm asking. How many of you don't have this? Are you kidding me? I sent this out like 6 months ago. Yes, you can get a copy. If you did not get this list, please email me immediately, if not sooner, when this is over, and I will shoot it to you right away, okay? You should get this. You should have this, all right? Please, okay? Everybody should have this. I sent this to schools in September. My teachers are really busy, and it's very hard for them to do all these things. So I'm trying to get all this information to you. They're trying to get it to you also, but it's difficult because they have a lot going on. Email me. Yes, where's my email? Let me give you the business email. info@scholar skills for stars. Boy, this is a long email. .com. That's it. Okay, you want to just, maybe you can copy and paste that somewhere. info@scholarskillsforstars.com. All right, so you want to email me, let me know what you don't have quickly also. Did I send it to everybody? I did, good. So you should have that list. You should have your list of 101 words also, okay? Word parts. Okay, now, you should have your Quizlets. So you should be in this class, okay? Scholars list of, this is a class that you should really be involved with. And I only have 48 members, and that's shocking. Because we should have more kids involved here. Scholars list, and this class has everything. I mean, it is loaded. Guys, this is my premier set. It has the definitions of the Scholars Skills words in Quizlet form for you. It's got your suffixes. Man, it's awesome. It has the derivatives. If I hit that, okay, I'll see the word commit. And if I look it around, I've got my definition, because this is a derivative of one of those words. Okay, let me go back out there. This is like amazing. It has all the definitions, derivatives according to their parts, broken down into sets of 10 for you. Okay, I really want you to do well, and I want you to come in there barnstorming. Then we have the words divided into their parts. Okay, if I click here, I have all the roots and prefixes. DE, I will have detain. Okay, so that's the word detain broken down into its parts. In any case, you get the picture. There's a lot of information here for you. Okay, and then I'm adding another set by tomorrow, which is going to be all of the prefixes and roots and separate cards and their meanings, okay? So yes, there's so much here. And please make sure that you have this, okay? Jeff, thank you, I appreciate it. I love that. Thank you. Yeah, send it out there, buddy. Jeff, thank you so much. Yes. To delve more into etymologies than this? Are you kidding me? Well, I can only speak for Scholar Skills. I mean, there are other books out there, but we have an entire set that sells on Amazon. I wasn't trying to sell things to anybody, but if you really wanted to know, that's up to you. Again, I wanted to give as much away, but we have our 101 word book, 101 words, Scholar Skills. If you type in Scholar Skills on Amazon, or Scholar Skills list of words, or the 101 words. Let me see if I can get you a picture of that real quickly. Oh, 1 second, before we go real quickly. Oh, yeah, so that's it, right? And we ran out of time also, but that's it, yeah. So Scholar Skills, we have our own book out. We have 2 books on this. We've been doing this for 20 years. So we have tons of information. We've got books out there. If you want to take a look at them, you can. It's entirely up to you. Let me see if I can just give you a quick look at that, okay? But again, that wasn't my purpose for doing this, obviously. But if you want to know more, I'm not going to stop you. It's a free country, and you can do more. So let me type in Amazon real quickly. And see if you see Scholar Skills. I think we have the best materials out there, only because, so if I type in Scholar Skills spelling on Amazon, there it is. So let me share with you now. Okay, new share. And I just went to Scholar Skills, and I just typed in Scholar Skills. I went to Amazon. I typed in Scholar Skills spelling. Okay, do you see my screen now? So if I type in Scholar Skills spelling on Amazon, then my Word Builders book comes up. Okay, hey, what's grade 6 doing in there? Then our Word Builders book 2 comes up. Word Builders level 1, the advanced course comes up. Our workbook, which has wonderful analysis sheets for teachers and students, comes up. So yeah, we've been doing this for quite some time. This is our whole stock right here. We don't own this spelling book here, but yeah, this is Scholar Skills spelling, and we have more results. We have for our little kids, we have our sound and say systems. We have Code Crackers, which has all the key roots in it. Sentences for spelling and dictation. This is all Scholar Skills. But again, just type in Scholar Skills spelling on Amazon, and we pretty much dominate that niche. But any words and spelling words, that's what we do. All right, back to you guys with just a few minutes left. Any questions in the chat? How many people move on? Good answer. So this is an interesting question. Last year we took the top, I think it was the top 30% of the city. So, but this year we're looking to have a more expansive spelling bee. Last year we had the whole pandemic thing and all that going on. This year we're looking to have a more expansive bee. And the numbers are going to be larger. So I think many kids will hopefully move on from this, but depends on the scores. You know, we're looking at the top scores, okay? If we have 40 kids averaging 90 and above, those are the kids. So this is going to make a difference. But to answer your question, though we're not sure yet, we look at the scores and see what the logistics are, okay? But we're looking to have a much more expansive spelling bee this year, much more than 35 kids. We had 40, maybe 38 or 40 last year. So again, we have to see what the percentiles are of the scores, okay? I can't really answer that now. But let me just put it so we're looking to have a lot more kids go on. So I'd be so happy to see kids get out of this and move on. But it's good to reward study. It really is. And those who know it cold, okay? All right. So we have about 2 minutes left. I hope you had a good time tonight. Any more questions? Let me see if I missed any questions. The app, Raisa, did you finally get the app? I hope so. Was it Raisa? I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly. But it was Quiz Express. By the way, the slides are our proprietary material. I will post this webinar. I will send it to everybody who came tonight, okay? So you can use it. I will also hopefully send you, maybe send you a PDF of the slides, okay? So you can look them over. Would that work for you? A PDF? Chat. We'll try to get that for you, okay? Yes, my job is to give you everything you need for your kids to succeed, okay? It's not a game. We don't want them to struggle. We want them to learn. This is what this is all about. If they walk away from this with all of these word parts embedded in their consciousness, I want to tell you something. They're going to be super awesome. And when they write their college essays, they'll be able to have diction and choices of words that other kids just don't. That's the awesomeness of this, okay? If you have any questions, email me, okay? And I hope you all had a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining me tonight. It is a privilege to be with such fine families and such amazing, amazing kids, okay? God bless you. I can say that because I'm not in school. Have a wonderful evening. Let me know if you have any questions. Email me, okay? All right. Thank you, guys. You're the best. Get a good night's rest, okay? All right. And study, know them cold, man. All right. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. I know it's late. It's 8 o'clock at night, but I'm so blessed to have so many fine kids around me at this time of the evening. Okay. Good night. Bye-bye. I'll wait till you leave. I have the last person on deck. Okay. I can't say goodbye until you all leave. Okay. Bye, everybody. You too, Edmund. Have a wonderful, and thanks. And was your student able to join, Edmund? Oh, I hope she was. Oh my goodness. Or he was. Oh, all right. Maybe I'll do one more of these. I hate to see anybody, straggling, So maybe I'll do one more, okay? And maybe do one more next week, perhaps, okay? All right. Bye, guys. Email me, okay? Let me know if you need anything. All right. Good night. Bye-bye.